Like a 50 piece or something?
Yeah, just something.
Are we getting
something
bored with regular everyday winning?
I'm not taking it for granted.
Are you?
That's what
Wait
I'm
a
not
second.
doing.
What's going on over here? What is everybody? Welcome to the pregame show.
Let's go.
Presented by Miller Lite. What time is it, Lynn?
Miller time.
That's right. It really truly is Miller time, man. Because
I'm gonna drink some Miller Lights tonight.
we've been grinding. We've been going hard. Nuggets been playing a lot of games, but after tonight, it's like a solid 36 hours off.
I'll take it.
I'll take it too, man.
I'll take it.
We're in the Toyota Lounge, driven by our Front Range Toyota Stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Nuggets get an opportunity, their second opportunity of the season for revenge. Do you realize that? The only first one was they lost to the Warriors opening night, got revenge night number 2.
Right.
This is the first time to avenge, our second time to avenge a loss.
They got revenge on the King.
No, well, I guess you're right. They did lose that. They had 1-2.
They won 2, then
one.
lost, then won.
All right, I guess technically the third chance to avenge a loss here. Thank you for that correction. Also, I don't know if you've been looking around at basketball at all levels lately, but there's a new shot that is taking the league by storm.
Wow, really? One dribble Hezzy pull up, Jimbo?
Not a Hezzy Jimbo, but we'll get to it. It might be a shot that was invented by one Nikola Jokic. Nuggets, Mavs. Harrison wins here.
Man, back to back. I'm running on fumes, but I'm ready to go, man. I got some Taco Bell in me. It's Taco Tuesday, of course, here at DNVR. Gives me the fuel I need to get through tonight.
What'd you have?
What did I have?
What did you get from Taco Bell? Like, what was the order?
That's a stupid question because for a limited time only, the quesarito is back.
You got the quesarito.
They're trying to get Jokic to eat one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll work. They tried to get us to eat one.
We folded immediately. We were like, yeah, of course we'll do it.
Yeah. You guys will see that coming up later tonight.
I actually ate 2 of them. Absolutely. All right, Dev will be joining us shortly. Can you get the close-up on Dev? Yeah, he'll be here in a moment. He's not here, as you could tell. But he will be here any second. First, let's go to our game notes. Sure. Nuggets in Dallas.
Nuggets are in Dallas. The Mavericks are 11-19 overall on the season.
Better than their record would indicate, though.
Correct. They've also lost 3 of 4. They beat the Pistons, actually, in overtime at home a couple nights ago, but that was surrounded by an overtime loss to the Jazz.
How do you lose to that team?
I don't know. They got at least they took them to overtime.
Yeah.
They also lost to the 76ers.
They still get a point for that overtime loss then, right? That's how that works.
No. They also lost to the streaking Pelicans, who are going for their 6th straight win tonight. We'll see if they get that on around the association later. But the Mavs 11-19. In this last game, a 119-113 loss to the Pelicans. They were led by Anthony Davis, 35 points, and he is one of the few Pelicans who are playing in this game, or few Mavericks who are playing in this game. Dallas has a ton of injuries. They've dealt with a lot of injuries all season. They're dealing with a lot of injuries right now. Of course, they got guys who have been out. Kyrie Irving, Dante Exum. Max Christie dealing with an illness. He's also out tonight. PJ Washington dealing with a foot injury. He's out tonight.
Dang.
Klay Thompson, knee soreness. He's out tonight.
Wow.
Dwight Powell, illness. He's also out tonight. They're not going to have a lot of dudes available. Like, this is a game, even though the Nuggets are in a back-to-back, that they should absolutely win because the Mavs are so shorthanded. The Nuggets, pretty decent bill of health. Of course, Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown are out. Peyton Watson listed as probable. I believe he is playing. Same with Big Val.
Doesn't that almost make you more scared, Dev, though? And also, the other question is it even revenge? You're trying to get revenge. The guys playing tonight aren't even the guys that were playing, at least half of them.
Nah, most of those guys are the ones that you want to go at Anthony Davis every single time that you can. They have a Cooper Flag, rookie. Their core guys are still there. And
Ryan Nembhard?
It's the Mavericks, that you're trying to go after. So I do think it makes them a little bit scarier because you want to make sure that your guys play up to what they're supposed to, but it's still a revenge game.
But to your second point there, though, this is where Denver sometimes can be a little scary because it is hard to game plan when you don't know who. Like, this is even the Mavs don't really know what they're going to be doing tonight.
Sure.
What their identity is. But Ryan Nembhard was the story of their first game. If you recall, that was his breakout game, and caught Denver a little bit off guard. But tonight he can't catch him off guard tonight.
Ryan Nembhard scored 28 points in that game. He scored 15. He's had a 14-point game. His last 3 games, 6, 7, and 4 points. Maybe he's just waiting to play the Nuggets again because he has not nearly been that good since that Nuggets game.
Yeah, we call that the Reed Shepherd.
Reed Shepherd been hooping, though. But, yes, he did kill Denver twice, actually.
Ryan Nembhard's actually never scored over 20 points in a game this season other than that Nuggets game when he had 28.
All right. Well, they are locked into Ryan Nembhard tonight. I got to imagine.
So. Yeah, I would hope so. A note we have from the arena, so we have some eyes there in Dallas. Jokic rocking a shooting sleeve in warmups.
Man.
Shooting sleeve is back.
Why?
Elbow, I would think.
I've
the elbow maybe.
I've never worn a shooting sleeve. What does it do? I thought it was mostly stylistic.
Well,
it's like a sweatband.
I think it is mostly stylistic. I don't think that's the case with Jokic. I got to assume there's some type of padding in there for the elbow.
Yeah, probably to keep the padding at the same spot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Hold it right in place.
I don't think Jokic's wearing it for style.
But you never know.
Yeah.
Anything else from the game notes here?
That's all I got.
So, Dev, what's the key tonight? What are you locked in on?
Taking care of business, not playing around with your food. Last night, they went on that, 19-0 run.
Yeah. That's how you do it, man.
Just come in right then and there and just really just take advantage, especially with them having, a lot of guys out right now. This is another team that's as banged up or worse than the Nuggets. So you have to take care of business early on where you don't have to think about it later. So I think that's the key to victory. And also coming up with stops, as many stops as you can. The Nuggets have been a team that other teams have gotten hot against. They've been able to score a ton of points. So Denver has to try to slow somebody down defensively.
Last night, I wonder if something clicked for the Nuggets where they're like, wait, maybe we should try hard in the first quarter, because it really did make the game a lot simpler. And I would love it if Denver had that approach tonight. I mean, get a lead. Make the rest of the game kind of come a little bit more naturally to you.
Yeah, and you take care of business in the first quarter. And, did the Nuggets get outscored the rest of the game? It was close.
Probably, yeah. It
was pretty much even after the first quarter. But, I mean, you take that because, and especially against a team like the Jazz, you can coast a little and still play even. And you built up that big advantage in the first quarter that you can use. And also, you can take the end of the game off. The starters didn't have to play in the fourth quarter. That was massive last night heading into this back-to-back. If you do that again tonight, you have a couple days off, before the late Christmas game coming up.
Yeah. What are you looking for? What's your key?
Jokic Anthony Davis is always a matchup to watch, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it's been a matchup, of course, Nikola Jokic has dominated, the last several years, going back to the championship run in 2023. Davis has had some good games recently. He had 35 points a couple nights ago for Dallas in that loss to New Orleans. So, I mean, if Davis has it going, does that matchup take center stage?
Yeah.
I'll be watching that.
Didn't Anthony Davis just have a monster game against Jokic the last time they played?
Well, they both did. I mean, Jokic had 29, 20, and 13. Anthony Davis put up a big number as well. So they both, they like the matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be a good one. Tim Hardaway Jr., kind of a return night. It's funny, because we got this with the Westbrook, right? All Lakers fans, when Nuggets signed Westbrook, were like, every time he'd have a good game early, they're like, well, that's just December, just you wait, or whatever. Mavericks fans seem to hate Tim Hardaway Jr., as far as I can tell. They're like, oh, you think he's making shots now, just you wait.
Right.
And I'm like, it's our guy now. You get over there.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's just a reminder of the team they had a couple years ago.
Came up just short.
That was dismantled.
So it's just a bad feeling.
Just anytime they're hearkening back to that team, they hate whoever was on it. But I mean, Hardaway, we were even talking about this last night, but, he has this rep as a shooter this season. That's definitely been the case. He's shooting career highs from three and just has been on fire here. It seems like every single night when he checks in. That wasn't always the case the last couple of years. He was way more up and down and way more inconsistent. I think shooting 37, 38% from three with Dallas a couple of years ago, which is league average.
Yeah.
That's a league average 3-point percentage. So they definitely have a different view of him than we currently have right now.
I'm curious for all those things. I want to see if he gets hot tonight. I want to see if the Nuggets can get hot from behind the 3-point line. But I like Dev's answer. I want to see if the Nuggets just take this game seriously right from Jump Street and get off to a big lead. Let's move on to our next topic here. I was kind of wondering, like, what do you think the Nuggets' biggest need? And this stems from, I had some people in my mentions the other day, Ty, like, one thing I don't like, I'll tell you guys, one thing I roll my eyes at whenever I see people complain about it, especially other analysts or, people just commenting regularly. They're like, why don't they have more depth at this or that spot? Every Nuggets or every roster in the NBA besides the Oklahoma City Thunder is flawed. The Nuggets have incredible depth this year. They are a little weak at power forward, backup ball handler, point guard. That could be a concern. But I don't feel like, as you go around, I don't feel like there's anything the Nuggets have that's a 5-alarm fire at the moment. But if there was something that you said, hey, we're in trade season, you build up the next 6 weeks, the Nuggets need to find out what they need so they can adjust if they need. What would you say the Nuggets roster lacks the most right now?
I think still a backup point guard.
Point guard more?
Yeah, a reliable point guard that they could go to. And I think it's more so of a point guard that they trust. You know what I mean? Because I do think that they have Jalen Pickett. I think that he's a serviceable, backup point guard, but I don't think the trust is there. So I think that is the backup point guard spot. I really like that second unit when it's operating the way it's supposed to be operating. When the ball is popping, when they have, Big Val down on the block and he's able to score and they're feeding everyone but also getting their own. And then we've seen Jalen Pickett come into that, but not as consistent. So
but you think like an offensive point guard?
They definitely need defense.
Yeah.
But I don't think, adding just a defender right now is not going to change the dynamic of the team. I don't even know who you could go get right now at this.
Well,
unless you're making
a
trade. Are you saying a trade too?
Yeah, a trade or something like that. And again, you're not going to be, I don't think you're getting like some big name player. But if you were saying point guard, I was wondering more like a Javon Carter or, or maybe a more offensive minded point guard, a Ryan Nembhard type.
Yeah. Defense.
It's
very easy to say.
Yeah.
But it also, again, it goes with trust. It goes with a guy that they're going to trust to put on the floor and actually have him operate. I really don't know who they could get, though. I really don't. Like, Javon Carter doesn't change this team.
Yeah.
What do you think the need is?
I'm with you on the ball handling aspect because I still do have concerns about the Nuggets bringing the ball up the floor under pressure. Jalen Pickett, he had 1 8-second violation this season. He had another one
He had 2,
that was close last night
almost.
that they didn't call. It seemed like they probably should have, but they didn't. So that to me is a concern. You get in a playoff series against the Thunder again, and Pickett or Bruce Brown's bringing the ball up the floor. I'm a little concerned about just, not turning it over in those situations and being able to handle that pressure.
Is he going to? Here's my thing with Pickett, and I love him. I think I'm highest on anybody. I don't think about him as a playoff point guard. And I'm not sure it's a need in the playoffs. But I do think he could get the job done in the regular season, which is kind of what you need.
I agree.
And so I'm not so worried about him in that capacity. He'll have bad nights. When I look around, I do think it is probably more of a defensive-minded forward. And I look at the Nuggets' defense right now. I look at their offense, I think it's incredible. Is there any way the Nuggets could get another guy who has versatile defense and is playable enough on offense that in a playoff series you could throw him out there against a Shea? Right now you have Peyton Watson, who I think would be primary. And then you already have like Aaron Gordon occupied on other guys, J-Dub or Chet even. You've got CB, who I don't think is a good matchup for Shea. I just worry that all the eggs are going to be in the Peyton Watson can shut down these big guy matchups. And I just would like it if they had a backup to him or somebody that was like a bit more of a power forward but can play defensively against some of these guys.
And just somebody that you can trust defensively that wouldn't get played off the floor.
Right. Can hit the corner 3 or something.
Yeah. I think that's probably number 2 on the list. You can never have enough of those guys in the playoffs just based on the type of teams you're going to play in the Western Conference, whether it's Oklahoma City, Houston, the Lakers. You kind of go down the list. You need guys to stop those ball-dominant big guards and wings. So it's probably number 2.
Yeah, but if you go
Jones,
with that backup power forward spot, or you're saying that you really need that, it just makes you question what you do have. It's like, why don't you make Spencer Jones part of your real,
Well,
roster?
I think Spencer Jones is part of it too. So he is another option there that I like.
Yeah, so you would be adding another Spencer Jones, which maybe even buries Spencer Jones. But also, it's like, well, why'd you go draft Holmes?
Yeah.
Why do you have him then? So, like, is he part of that? That means you're giving up one of those guys.
It's partly why I wonder if Holmes will play in the next month. I do think they wanted to get through the G League showcase. You got on the 7-game road trip. There are some back-to-backs on that road trip. Denver might look to rest some guys and use one of those games as a home showcase or just get his feet wet. And between now and the deadline, you might want to see if he is an option there. Maybe you don't need it. Maybe he is that guy.
I do believe he's back with the team tonight.
So maybe that's kind of the plan. But honestly, a Deron Holmes type would be somebody I'd be interested in. It's just at this moment, Deron Holmes type is a theoretical thing. I have no idea if he's the guy. Maybe he is, but if not, they need somebody who is what they thought he would be.
Yeah. I mean, the other tough part is the kind of Peyton Watson clone is what every team wants as well.
Totally is.
And, the Nuggets don't have the most enticing package that they can build.
Well, they kind of already have one, though. Kessler Edwards is somewhere in that mix. I mean, he's a bit of a Peyton Watson clone.
There's a name. Yeah. I didn't know you were going that direction.
Well, I'm not saying these guys are, again.
No, I'm a fan. I'm
I'm just saying put your hopes low. I'm not saying go out and get Herb Jones. That's going to cost you actual assets. But if you could, maybe that's the kind of thing.
Right.
If Spencer Jones, nobody was talking about. Now we look at it and say, hey, that's an option for certain things.
For sure. And I mean, if you project forward to the playoffs, I mean, who would you rather have, Kessler Edwards or Hunter Tyson on your roster?
Well, there's no question about that.
That's interesting to think about.
Yeah. You sound like Michael Malone.
But neither of
That's an interesting question.
Neither of those guys are going to help you win a playoff game. So how much?
Maybe
does it
they
truly
would,
matter?
though.
Why would they?
Because
they're not playing Kessler Edwards. They're not playing Hunter Tyson. They're not playing
Hunter Tyson.
Zeke. They're not playing those guys. So you need a guy that's actually going to make an impact, or there's no point of making the move.
Well, some of the move could be just even freeing up guys that you are no hopers. Hunter Tyson, I think, is a no hoper. But I disagree. You're probably right that they're not making a huge impact. But it might just be a thing where it's like, hey, we have to throw a lot of bodies at Kevin Durant, a lot of bodies at Shea. And right now you've got two options, basically, Spencer Jones and Peyton Watson. I wonder if Denver wouldn't mind just to have another option so that they can just keep throwing bodies at him, make him get different looks, have to figure things out, never catch a rhythm. This is a bit like when people are talking about guarding Jokic. There's no one that can do it. But you might as well try to put multiple guys out there so it's constantly different. He never gets a rhythm of, I know what this guy does. Just throw little curveballs at him. Let's move on to the next one because I don't know if you guys have been watching basketball lately.
Oh, no.
At all levels?
Me?
At all levels. We got the women's college game, Audie Crooks. We got the pro game, Derek Queen. We got the college game. What's our guy's name? Do you remember the Sombor Shuffle guy?
From when?
The one we posted last night. All across the nation, across the nation, guys are starting to take the Sombor Shuffle. This is a little tongue-in-cheek, but in the last month, 3 high-profile players have now taken a Sombor Shuffle.
Yeah.
And not like, an awkward one, one that looks like they practiced it.
Right.
They went to the lab and were like, I see what Yoke's doing. This is a weapon. I'm going to go to it. I always wondered if that shot would go mainstream. I'm starting to wonder if 2026 is the year of the Sombor.
Dude, it might be. The one last night that popped up on the timeline from a college game.
Yeah, somebody told me his name, but I
that was maybe the smoothest or the second smoothest Sombor Shuffle I've ever seen. The first was Yoke from this season.
David Mirkovic.
That was an insanely smooth Sombor Shuffle. And as we know from trying the Sombor Shuffle and looking like absolute fools, it's a tough shot to pull off for us, and it's a tough shot to make look smooth.
Yeah.
So it is definitely something I think you have to practice. Yeah. I think you have to put in reps. I think you actually really have to think about your footwork and practice the shot for it to be effective.
Yeah.
I think
David Mirkovic
from Illinois, by the way, he is Montenegrin.
That guy's practiced it.
Yeah, for sure. And also, like with those guys, it's a free up shot, like a way to be able to create for themselves when there's too much, pressure or there's a release. Like it's a go-to move. The same way that we were seeing people do the Euro step. The same way, like you're seeing step backs and things like that. Maybe they are going to that, like the creative scores, especially on the post. It is a great shot that is not getting blocked. You can still have control, and it's like, why are you not watching, the best player in basketball the way that he's able to do it, maybe you should work on that shot as well. I love it.
There's also something too, like if you just break it down, I was thinking about this. If you just break basketball down, everyone takes the 2-footed shot. You're set.
Yep.
And then if you do go to a one-legged shot, you're a right-handed person. There's just a natural balance that comes to your left leg. You jump off your left leg. There's power in it. You're kind of used to that, landing that way, whatever. Jokic inverts it with the right foot, and he always talks about it like it's a balance thing. It does create an awkwardness to it. His release is high. It allows you to spin that direction and get an extra little bit of space. It does make sense that you would try to learn balance on that leg. Not just balance, like hold myself up, but how do I square up and stay balanced for my shot? And so part of me goes like, why wouldn't guys start doing this? But it took 10 years. I don't know when the Sombor first debuted, 2017 or 18,
Around
something like that. And it's taken 7 years before we've really seen anyone try it. And out of nowhere, 3 different people tried it on a big stage.
Yeah. What's interesting, though, is it should be a shot that especially bigs have in their repertoire because it can be a way for unathletic, bigger guys to create space on jumpers.
Yeah.
That's a reason Jokic does it, just to create a little bit of space at the end of the shot clock to get a clean look off. So, I mean, if you're another, like, unathletic big dude, like, yeah, it's a way to create space and get a clean look off.
Or big girl.
Audie Crooks, that's right. Audie Crooks, my girl.
But also, it's like when that shot clock is coming down, you can only go to so many moves. And,
Right.
and the defender's going to be ready for a lot of
It's not like a
those
7-footer can do a, hezzy pull
So it's
up.
like, how many creative shots can you go to? Or which one are you going to get a clean shot off with? That's one that they've found to be successful, one that you still have balance and you could get your shot, regular instead of just like throwing it up or, there used to be just dumb shots or trying to throw it off the backboard and things to try to free yourself. You're not having to do those type of shots. So I love that, people are like keying in on this specific shot. And also I love it that it's our guys.
It's so cool. That's what makes it so cool. Do you think, though, Dev? I mean, we just saw 3 of them, and it's not like 3 random, I got a high school video or this or that. It's like high profile. Do you think that it actually might become a thing? That it just becomes a shot? Not like super popular, but that it's not crazy when you see one?
Especially for bigs. Like, I think that it's the big, the shot that you get because you're on the block or you're in the post already. Let's get a shot that's, that's balanced. I think that that's it. You're not seeing the hooks anymore. You're not seeing, fade away type of shot. Let's get a regular shot that you still have a chance of shooting. I think that that's something that they're going to go to. I think that's something that they're teaching. That is not a shot that you just freestyle.
Yeah.
It's not. I think they're actually
you don't come to it on accident.
those shots right now. I bet you there's some type of like Serbian coach or like a European coach on those coaching staffs of the players that are doing it.
Could be. I mean, I think with Derek Queen, clearly idolizes Jokic, so he's going to be familiar on his own. Audie Crooks, has anybody asked her about Jokic? Because she just busted it out, and it was a natural one too, spinning and everything. But I bet she has. If you're a skilled big coming up in this era, like in college at this era, you probably are. So I'm just so curious, man, if it's going to become a thing. And it would be so dope if the Sombor Shuffle actually became a thing that we just saw all the time.
Yeah.
I want you guys to go home and try the shot. Or just when you're, just in the front yard, try that. It's not easy. It's not.
This just basic one where you just kind of take a dribble, go to the right, and shoot it. That way, it's not easy, but it's also not that hard. The spinning one is like crazy, and that's what Audie Crooks did. The spinning one. This guy Mirkovic did it. The spinning one. That one is like it's so hard to be anywhere close to the rim on that one. You have to really practice it. Our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use the code DNVR365. Deposit $10. Place a bet of $5. Get $150 in bonus bets. Must be 21 or older. Physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Deb, your turn to take the wheel.
All right. It's the money to be made. Let's make that money pretty quickly. The Nuggets come into this game as 6.5-point favorites, and guess what? I like it. That team is missing a lot of guys. There's the second unit that they're going to have to try to take care of business, but they're also on the second night of a back-to-back, and I don't think either team is sneaking up on each other. So, mano y mano, let's take care of business. Denver's been playing well. I think that they roll in this one, so I'm going to take the 6.5.
You're taking it. All right.
I like the over 237 in this game. I just do think that they're going to get up and try to run. I think there's going to be open shots. They have some good shot makers on these teams. 237 doesn't seem too high. I'm going to take it. On the other side, our first bet of the night, it is Anthony Davis over 23.5 points.
Really?
I mean, come on. He plays hard against Jokic. And also, Jokic kind of allows the mid-range shot, and that's where he gets comfortable. He's scoring that basketball right now. They're running the offense through him, and that's why I think it gets scary is without all those extra guys, they're going to be forced to play some minutes. There's going to be more minutes from Flag. There's going to be more minutes from Anthony Davis. I think they're going to feed him, so it's going to be scoring there. Another bet that I like, or let's get on the Nuggets side. Jamal Murray, they have his line too low for the three-pointers. It's at 2.5. He's going to hit at least 2.5 three-pointers. He has been knocking down the three-pointers. What did he have last night? 6? I think that we ride the hot streaks. 2.5 is just too low for him. I also think that Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to knock down at least 2 3-pointers as well.
Ooh.
He's also coming off of a game that he has 6. So we're going back to the
revenge game 2.
Revenge game spot. And I know that that's a vindictive guy. He just seems like it. He already don't give a F when it's like a regular shot. Think about what it is in a revenge spot. So I take the over there. I like Cam John in this game. His points is at 13.5.
Man.
Which is too low. He scored 20 last night. He started shooting the ball well. I think that they're going to continue to get the ball in his hands, and he's going to continue to score. I like the way that he's shooting right now. He's doing the no-dip three-pointers. So maybe he's working
Those were so gorgeous.
Maybe he's working out with Tim Hardaway Jr. right now, but that's just too low for me. And if I like him at 13.5 points, I certainly like his points, rebounds, and assists as well. Because he's been getting the 6.5 rebounds and assists by itself. I think he could get this in points alone. With the 20 we saw last night, points, rebounds, and assists is at 20.5. Peyton Watson came back last night, and he impressed. I'm glad he's playing in a back-to-back, so his trunk must be fine.
Yeah.
Let's go with over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Peyton Watson.
All right.
I like Jokic over 12.5 rebounds. This is going to be a big man battle. I think he plays hard against Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is going to try to crash the board, so it's going to be on him to go and get it. Let's get a defensive bet in of Jokic at least 2 stocks.
Okay.
He could get these in strips alone. He could get this in blocks.
I like this one, actually.
They're also going to try to go after him. They always do. So this could be blocks. I bet
5 stocks last night.
I bet he get 2 stocks on Najee Marshall alone. I'm just thinking that. And for our lock, they have nobody that could guard this guy. Jamal Murray over 23.5 points. He is killing right now. It's the year of Jamal. Everybody's saying it. He's on the Jamal Star, type of season right now. I think that he has another explosive game. You could also pencil him in for 30. Let's get it at 23.5.
I heard that Jamal missed every shot in warm-ups and was
Yeah,
really
you know what
pissed.
that means.
That usually means he's about to have a big night.
You know what that means.
Man, I love it. You have a bet?
Give me P-Watt over and everything.
The P-Watt parlay?
Points plus assists, points plus rebounds. Like I'm feeling a big night for P-Watt on the back-to-back.
All right. I like that one. Kale, anybody super chat us?
Mr. Exquisite Nugget, let's get a Yoke 50 burger
Well, he said 50 points burger.
and a Munder before Christmas. Let's do it.
Then there's a
So
guy on
hold
a
on.
little scooter or something.
50 points from Jokic and then no points at all for them. That would be crazy. that would be a game.
That would be good.
Nuggets fan 5280 celebrating 3 months of membership. Thanks, man. Appreciate you guys. Hey guys, told Santa all I want for Christmas is a Nuggets dub. Also want to wish you guys and the DNVR fam a Merry Christmas. Hashtag LFG Jamal Star. All the Nuggets are good.
Hell yeah, Nuggets fan.
Appreciate you.
You could also wish us a Merry Christmas on Christmas. We'll be right back here.
Yeah.
We're spending our Christmas with you guys, you all. All right, we're going to take a 1-minute break, but we're going to be over on the other set, which is right across the street here for the game. Hit the like button on the way out. Meet us over there.
We all silly like the mayor.